Come on in, welcome to my home. Today I'm doing something that I should have done this ages ago. Like ages ago. Let me do some explaining. As you can see, this is a pretty good background to record videos in. And originally I thought I would be doing the recording of my videos in my office using one of two stations. This one and one over there. However, because I also got into a lot of plants, one of the things that happened is one of my big plants took over. My aloe, which is, I'll admit, my aloe is huge and big, and it took up a big pot. There for a while I had an avocado tree in this room, and it took over the space over there for me to record. So that just became a spot where originally I was recording, but I didn't record there anymore because it was just not conducive. So then what do? Well, I decided that since I'm not going to record over there, I'll put my plants over there. So then I put my plants over there, but I just tried to fit the plants in to where I could, taking out some of the decorations that were there, leaving some of the lights and that sort of thing. And then I would turn on the specific grow function of my whiz lights, which turn the lights to a purple color, which is supposed to help the plants grow. That's neither here nor there. So, what I decided was I really need to clean that area out. I really just need to jump in wholeheartedly and decide, yep, you're turning this into a plant area. This area can sometimes be used for videoing. The reason I don't like to use it a lot for videoing is because the setup for this, I have an extra light right here. It's because there's not any other light from over here. I have my window over there, and it does give me a nice space. I do have enough lights here. So yeah, it looks nice. This is the kind of area that I do like to use. I just don't like to go through the setup where I can just do this in my living room. Not coming. Nobody whatsoever. The first time, and it's even. Hooray. And that's usually where we are. But let's talk about what I did over there. The first thing that I did was to clean out the space. And that means realistically and honestly taking everything out, getting rid of anything that didn't need to be over there. And then I needed to look at my plants and assess them, groom them, realize that I had a problem with powdery mildew. So I mixed up a solution which was a gallon of water, a tablespoon of baking soda, and a teaspoon of Dawn dish soap. Put that into a jar, into the jug, shook it, and then misted it on my plants. So then once everything was all together, and the plants had been groomed, they'd been taken care of, then I can put them back to where they needed to go. And that's one of the big things to always remember, is the fact that you need to be able to get access to your plants. Now, I have talked about this before, the fact that I have this little solar, what is it called? It is a watering station where it uses the sun power. It can set up a timer where I can then water once a week. I have one that waters once a week. I have one that can water once a day. And so I use those, and it waters the plants, and everything is happy and healthy. And I do have a problem with fungus gnats that I'm working on. We'll see how that goes. But it gives me a chance to get everything in one place. And I really do. I like growing plants. I like having my plants there. I like having the window. It is just a nice space to have. And since I'm not recording anything over there, why was I just wasting the space? It's more of a bigger analogy to the things in your house, the things which you aren't using. If you're not using it, figure out something else to do with it. Maybe there's a really good thing that you can do with it. That bookcase that you've always wanted to turn into something, but it's something else, change it. Change it up. If you do not use it, change it up. Do I have another space that I should do this to? Yes, however, I'm not sure how I would do this because my dining room, which is really nice, but I think we have eaten on that dining room table like twice, maybe? In 15 years that I've been here, simply because it's just most of the time I'm eating over at Mom's where I'm making the food, so hey, and when she's making food, we're eating over at Mom's. It's just easier that way. So yes, I could change up my dining room, I could move my office into my dining room, which is not going to happen, but look at your space in a different way. Look at your spaces in a way that works for you. Now, the light systems that I'm using, I just put in a really cool new one, which has grow lights to it. I really like this. This is nice. It will be in my upcoming favorites, so I'm not going to talk too much about that. But it is a system that did not take very long to put in. I just placed it in there, ran some cords behind a few things, and before you know it, I had a wonderful light system. There is nothing wrong with change. Change is great. Change is wonderful. Just be willing to do it, see what works, see what doesn't work, and modify your plans. Now, I will be adding more plants because now that I have the space for it, I have the space to store, which I think is really great, to store the plant stuff that I'm going to need, like the seed starting trays that I will be using later. It's all in one spot, so this way it's my one-stop shop for my plants, and hopefully I'll be able to keep up with them, keep them in better shape. But it's not going to waste simply because, well, this is what I set it up for, now it's something different. It was so easy. The material that is behind there is just muslin that is stapled onto the bookcase. The bookcases would look exactly like this. The only reason that they don't is because of that material. I adapted it for what I needed, and then when I didn't need it, I changed it. That's the big thing. I do love this room the way it is. I'm loving having the plants, watching them grow. And like I said, every month I do a different thing on my plants. The gardening outside is coming to an end, so that is a good thing to remember. It's one of those nice things that you can just enjoy. Well, if you like this video, let me know down in the comments and tell me what you are doing with your rooms so that you can decide if it works for you, and if it doesn't, what are you changing it to? Do you have a plant room? I would love to see that. If you are interested in hearing more about my plants and my plant room, go ahead and join the Patreon or channel members. That's a great way to support this channel. It's what helps keep this channel going and makes it so that I can possibly do all these wonderful things. We are going to have a lot more of favorite things, which a lot of my favorite things usually involve my plants or something along those lines. Those videos are coming up, and so I just thought I'd let you know. Remember to like and share this video, and I hope I get to see you again the next time you stop by.